door screams, leather boots on broken sidewalks, chasing reckless dreams. Jukebox heart in a roadside bar, spinning gold and fire. Young blood dancing on the tables, burning higher and higher. Hey, turn it up tonight. Let the vinyl crackle bright. Greatest rock and roll forever in our veins. Raise your hands into the light. Sing until the morning sky. Vintage hearts will never fade away. Oh, the guitars cry like freedom. Oh, the city shakes our names. 50 years and still we're running wild. Rock and roll remains. Cherry lipstick, silver bracelets, moonlight in her eyes. She moved like a rolling rhythm under endless summer skies. We stole sparks from old amplifiers, built our world from sound. Every chord a revolution when the whole room gathered round. Backstage smoking, restless poets writing songs on walls. Dreamers climbing fire escapes while the lonely curtain falls. We believed the road would save us from ordinary days, so we drove into the sunrise through a purple haze. Hey, turn it up tonight. Let the speakers come alive. Greatest rock and roll forever breaking chains. Raise your voice into the crowd. Sing the anthem strong and loud. Vintage souls are riding through the flames. Oh, the drums beat like a heartbeat. Oh, the echoes call our names. Through the decades we still carry on. Rock and roll remains. And when the world gets cold and silent, when the colors fade to gray, there's a riff inside the darkness that can light the way. From dusty records in the attic to the stages soaked in rain, every generation finds the fire and sings it once again. Electric thunder in the midnight air, strings crying like a rebel prayer. One more song before the dawn, one more memory rolling on. Now the young kids paint the sidewalks with the legends of the past, humming melodies of outlaws that were built to always last. And somewhere in a crowded room, a lonely heart still hears a vintage song from long ago, washing away the years. So light the match and strike the rhythm. Let the old days rise again. Through every shattered silence, through the glory and the pain. The spirit never really dies, it only changes rock and roll's a runaway train no one can command. Hey, turn it up tonight. Let the whole world sing tonight. Greatest rock and roll forever fills the sky. Raise your hands and let it ride. Sing the anthem, morning sky. Vintage fears, gently night. Oh, the guitars cry like freedom. Oh, the echo roll our names. For the till the record shrill will go on. Rock and roll remains. Ooh, ooh, the speed of the memories won't run it fast. Lily in the don't rise. On the earth shed silence. Let the whole world sing right. Greatest rock forever fills the sky. Raise your arms, let it ring. Hey, turn it up tonight. Let the feet just cycle light. Neon shadows on a midnight lane, chrome hearts burning through the summer rain. Radio crackles with a rebel sound, old jukebox king still shaking this town. Hey, turn it loud, let the vinyl spin. Feel that fire underneath your skin. From the golden days to these restless nights, rock and roll still keeps the soul alive. Leather boots on a dusty floor, dreamers keep knocking on heaven's door. Smoking whiskey in a roadside bar, every scar shines like a falling star. Raise your hands to the broken sky. We were born too free to fade and die through the static noise and city lights. Vintage rock keeps our hearts in flight. We were young with electric veins, riding wild through the railroad chains. Every highway sign called out our name like thunder rolling through a runaway train. Hey, turn it loud, let the vinyl spin. Feel that fire underneath your skin. From the golden days to these restless nights, rock and roll still keeps the soul alive. Backseat lovers and motel signs, cheap guitars and electric lines. Every chorus carved into the dark like gasoline feeding a reckless spark. Raise your hands to the broken sky. We were born too free to fade and die through the static noise and city lights. Vintage rock keeps our hearts in flight. Old cafe queens with painted eyes, dancing slow while the siren cries. Street lights flicker like a movie held us through time and space. Six-string angels on a rooftop edge, still singing songs for the hopeless kid. Raise your hands to the broken sky. We were born too free to fade and die through the static noise and city lights. Vintage rock keeps our hearts in flight. Now the dawn creeps over Avenue Gold, but the music never grows too old. Every riff is a memory flame, every heartbeat calls your name. Hey, turn it loud, let the vinyl spin. Feel that fire underneath your skin. Through the decades, rolling side by side, rock and roll will never say goodbye. So if you're lost in the modern haze, come alive in these roaring days. Let the amplifier shake your soul. Classic rock will never let you go. Raise your hands, hear the engines roar. This is what we were fighting for. From the backstreet bars to the grand spotlight, vintage rock keeps the dream alive tonight. Streetlights glowing on a midnight avenue, leather jackets shining wet from the morning dew. Radio crackled like a rebel on the run, playing dusty vinyl dreams beneath the rising sun. Oh, greatest rock and roll forever alive, burning through the shadows like a 59 drive. Golden records spinning under runaway skies. We were born for the rhythm, never asking why. Johnny had a six-string carved with battle scars. Lucy painted freedom signs on rusted cars. We were chasing echoes from the old motel, where the jukebox screamed like heaven dressed in hell. Raise your hands to the vintage sound tonight. Old guitars still glowing like a city in light. From the backseat lovers to the kings of the stage, rock and roll keeps turning every page. Every heartbeat thundered like a train on fire. Every broken soul was climbing higher and higher. From smoky bars to neon boulevard nights, we carried wild electric storms behind our eyes. Cassette tape memories tangled in the dash, photographs and cigarette smoke fading fast. Mama said the world would try to slow us down, but the drums kept shaking every little town. Chrome wheels rolling through the desert heat, boots stomping hard to a reckless beat. Every lonely diner held a secret song, telling us that dreamers are where legends belong. And the crowd kept singing through the pouring rain, like a choir of believers screaming through the pain. Old amplifiers crying like a midnight train, still the sound of freedom running through our veins. Oh, greatest rock and roll forever alive, burning through the shadows like a 59 drive. Golden records spinning under runaway skies. We were born for the rhythm, never asking why. Raise your hands to the vintage sound tonight. Old guitars still glowing like a city in light. From the backseat lovers to the kings of the stage, rock and roll keeps turning every page. Hear the vinyl thunder spinning round and round, ghosts of old rock heroes living in the sound. Every cracked melody still shines like gold, keeping young hearts fearless, never growing old. And somewhere in the distance under crimson lights, a lonely singer's voice still cuts the night, calling every runaway, every restless soul to lose themselves forever in rock and roll. Now the years move faster than the songs we knew, but the spirit of the rebel still comes breaking through. In every garage band learning their first chord, in every tired worker dreaming something more. The records keep spinning while the world turns gray, like a fire no storm could ever wash away. So turn it louder till the windows shake. Let the old school thunder make the whole earth wake. Neon lights on a midnight boulevard, leather boots beating time in the dark, jukebox burning like a runaway train, young hearts dancing in the summer rain. Oh, turn it up, let the record spin, feel the thunder rolling underneath your skin. Golden nights never fade away. We were born for the noise, we were made to play. Chrome tail like dreams on an old motel sign, radio crackling out across the county line. A six-string preacher with a rebel grin, singing loud enough to wake the wind. Raise your hands to the burning sky, hear the legends screaming through the amplifier. These vintage hearts still beat the same, forever wild in the rock and roll flame. The city breathed in gasoline and fire. Every broken soul was climbing higher. From the corner bars to the backseat prayers, rock and roll was rising everywhere. Oh, turn it up, let the record spin, feel the thunder rolling underneath your skin. Golden nights never fade away. We were born for the noise, we were made to play. Jenny wore denim and a silver chain, tattooed freedom running through her veins. She danced like lightning on a rooftop edge, laughing at the world without regret. Raise your hands to the burning sky, hear the legends screaming through the amplifier. These vintage hearts still beat the same, forever wild in the rock and roll Tommy chased shadows in a beat-up van, writing songs no one could understand. But every chord hit hard as a loaded gun, another small town dream on the run. So turn it up, let the whole world shake, every heartbeat pounding like an earthquake. Timeless voices riding through the air, neon signs flickered like restless dreams. Down on Route 9 where nothing's what it seems. Oh, turn it louder, let the records play. Greatest rock and roll will never fade away. From the roaring 50s to the rebel 60s flame. Every broken heart still remembers every name. Leather boots tapping on a barroom From dusty roads to city lights, we were born for these rock and roll nights. Jenny danced under carnival skies, silver eyeliner and fearless eyes. She sang harmony through the crowd, soft and wild and dangerously loud. Hey, turn the speakers louder tonight, feel the legends coming alive. Timeless rhythms lighting the way, rock and roll will never fade. Backseat poetry, gasoline hearts, every ending became a start. We carved our names into motel walls, hearing destiny through concert calls. Raise your hands to the endless sound, let the old school fire surround. Through every generation's fight, we keep dancing through the rock and roll nights. Shadows on a midnight street, leather boots tapping broken heat, radio thunder from a Chevrolet, golden records spinning yesterday. Hey, turn the speakers louder tonight, let the vinyl burn like a satellite. From the jukebox saints to the roaring crowd, we were born to live our music loud. Smoking whiskey hanging in the air, dreamers with rebellion in their stare. Every heartbeat shook the city walls like a wildfire running through the halls. Oh, great, greatest echoes never fade away, still alive inside the songs we play. 50, 60 legends in our souls, vintage rock still shakes the world. Chasing freedom through electric nights, every chord cut deeper than a knife. Rock and roll was more than just a life. Hey, turn the speakers louder tonight, let the vinyl burn like a satellite. From the jukebox saints to the roaring crowd, we were born to live our music loud. Poets writing on the glass, watching all the restless highways pass. Streetlights flickered like an old movie scene, everything was rough, alive and mean. Oh, great, greatest echoes never fade away, still alive inside the songs we played. 50, 60 legends in our souls, vintage rock still shakes the world. Beside the train, voice like thunder rolling through the rain. She said, don't let your fire disappear, the world needs rebels every single year. Raise your hands for the lost and found, for every dream buried underground, for every kid with a six-string prayer, searching for salvation in the air. amplifiers in a smoky room. Every scar became another song, proof that we were wild all along. The rhythm rolls like a runaway train, washing out the sorrow and the pain. Even when the final curtain falls, rock and roll will echo through it all. Now the years move faster than before, but the spirit still kicks down the door. Old guitars still crying through the night, keeping every memory alive. Hey, turn the speakers louder tonight, let the vinyl burn like a satellite. From the roaring past to the modern flames, rock and roll still calls our names. Crowded bars and faded photographs, living proof the good times always last. And somewhere in the static of the dark, a lonely singer strikes another spark. Oh, feel the thunder in your bones again, like the anthem of the restless men. 50, 60 classics never fall, baby.
quarter to four. Broken dreams sleeping by
while the engines cry. Leather boots tapping on a cracked motel floor. We were chasing midnight through a broken back door. Hey, hey, turn the speakers higher, let the old wheels roll through the fire. Greatest rock and roll still shakes the night like thunder crashing under city lights. A jukebox heartbeat in a roadside bar. Dreamers and drifters wearing old guitar scars. The waitress laughed like a summer parade, while the vinyl kept spinning every debt we made. Oh, hearts beating out of time, golden echoes from the 60s line. Vintage souls never fade away, we still burn like yesterday. Streetlights flickered like a fever dream, young blood running wild in the gasoline stream. We were kings without castles, loud without shame, riding our futures in a runaway flame. Hey, hey, turn the speakers higher, let the old wheels roll through the fire. Greatest rock and roll still shakes the night like thunder crashing under city lights. A boy with a six-string stood under the rain, playing rebel lullabies to drown out the pain. His mother said, son, don't lose your name, but freedom tastes sweeter when you don't play tame. Oh, hearts beating out of time, golden echoes from the 60s line. Vintage souls never fade away, we still burn like yesterday. Downtown alleys full of cigarette haze, young lovers kissing through electric haze. Every crack damp carried stories untold about restless spirits who never grew old. Hey, hey, turn the speakers higher, let the old wheels roll through the fire. Greatest rock and roll still shakes the night like thunder crashing under city lights. The drummer hit hard like a runaway train, every heartbeat shaking loose the chains. We dance like outlaws under carnival skies, with rebellion and hope in our tired eyes. Oh, hearts beating out of time, golden echoes from the 60s line. Vintage souls never fade away, we still burn like yesterday. signs were buzzing on a midnight avenue. Leather boots on broken glass, the radio came through. A jukebox full of thunder in a smoke-filled corner bar. We were chasing wild horizons in a beat-up rusty car. Oh, turn it louder, let the speakers shake the night. Greatest rock and roll forever burning bright. From the 50s to the 60s, every record spun like gold. We were young, untamed, immortal in the cold. Tommy had a six-string painted black and cherry flame. Jenny wore a silver cross and never played it safe. The city lights kept fading like old photographs in rain. But every song we shouted made us feel alive again. Raise your hands higher than the moonlight in the sky. Every riff of memory that never says goodbye. Vintage rock classics rolling like thunder through our souls. We're the last believers in the sound of rock and roll. Heard our secrets, the alleyways our cries. Dreamers with electric hearts and lightning in our eyes. The summer tasted dangerous, gasoline and fire. We were born beneath the echoes of rebellious old choirs. Let the speakers shake the night. Greatest rock and roll forever burning bright. From the 50s to the 60s, every record spun like gold. We were young, untamed, mortal in the cold. The diner waitress danced alone while Marvin sang the blues. Old vinyl spinning stories that the mountain words from lose. They carved our name on telephone poles beside Route 49. And every heartbeat poetry no clock could redefine. Oh, turn it louder, let the speakers shake the night. Every riff of memory that never says goodbye. Vintage rock classics rolling like thunder through our souls. We're the last believers in the sound of rock and roll. Golden as the rain began to fall. The crowd inside the ballroom kept on chanting for it all. When When the amplifier screams, the whole room for their life, like every broke dreams. Et more fun to find out. Neon shadows on a midnight street, leather boots dragging broken dreams, jukebox glowing like a wildfire moon, playing songs from a smoke-filled room. Hey, turn it louder, let the speakers bleed. Rock and roll is all we'll ever need. From the 50s fire to the 60s rain, those vintage records still run through our veins. Old chrome engines humming low, radio saints from long ago. Every heartbeat shakes the dust, every chord still screams rise up. Sing it wild, sing it rough, sing it true. For the dreamers wearing denim blue, every scar becomes a battle song. Greatest rock classics rolling on and on. A waitress dances with tired eyes, pouring memories in cheap red wine. The city breathes in black and gold, young souls trying not to grow old. Hey, turn it louder, let the speakers bleed. Rock and roll is all we'll ever need. From the 50s fire to the 60s rain, those vintage records still run through our veins. We carved our names on the back of the night, burned through silence like headlights bright. And somewhere beyond those railroad lines, freedom waited in amplified skies. Sing it wild, sing it rough, sing it true. For the dreamers wearing denim blue, every scar becomes a battle song. Greatest rock classics rolling on and on. A boy with a six-string painted black carried rebellion inside his backpack, learned his lessons from a vinyl spin, Chuck Berry rhythms and restless wind. Hey, turn it louder, let the speakers bleed. Rock and roll is all we'll ever need. From the 50s fire to the 60s rain, those vintage records still run through our veins. Girls in red lipstick laugh too loud, dancing fearless through the restless crowd. Every cigarette spark in the dark looks like a tiny falling star. Sing it wild, sing it rough, sing it true. For the dreamers wearing denim blue, every scar becomes a battle song. Greatest rock classics rolling on and on. Street lights flicker like broken fame, still we chase that runaway train. Because rock and roll ain't made of gold, it's built from stories the lost ones told. Hey, turn it louder, let the speakers bleed. Rock and roll is all we'll ever need. From the 50s fire to the 60s rain, those vintage records still run through our veins. The drums crash hard like thunder rain, washing heartbreak down the drain. And every lonely voice tonight finds salvation under stage light. Why sing it wild, sing it rough, sing it true. For the dreamers wearing denim blue, every scar becomes a battle song. Greatest rock classics rolling on and on. When the world gets cold as steel, music teaches us to feel. One old riff can light the dark like gasoline around a spark. The kings are ghosts inside the sound, still shaking heaven to the ground. And every generation learns how freedom lives where vinyl burns. Now dawn arrives in faded gray, but the music never slips away. Those timeless echoes still survive, keeping broken hearts alive. A final chord, the crowd still sways, lost together in electric haze. And somewhere deep beneath the noise, we're still those reckless Southend boys. So raise your hands to the open sky, to every dream that refused to die. Because the spirit of rock and roll is a runaway train inside the soul. Hey, turn it louder, let the whole world shake. These old school anthems never fade away. From jukebox nights to stadium lights, vintage roll keeps burning us home. Shadows on a midnight street, leather boots and a reckless heartbeat, chrome reflections from a Cadillac dream, radio screaming the gasoline steam. Oh, turn it louder, let the speakers shake. We were born for the road to never break. Vintage echoes from the golden flame, rock and roll, never fade away. The jukebox burned like a wildfire, son. Kids chasing freedom just to feel someone. Every cracked up billboard knew our names. We were sparks, dancing wild in the rain. Raise your hands to the electric sky, for the dreamers who were never satisfied. 50, 60 spirits still alive tonight, running forever through the city lights. Smoke curled high in the backseat air, girls with thunder rolling through their hair. A six-string cry cut the silence apart, like lightning pulling stitches from the heart. Oh, turn it louder, let the speakers shake. We were born for the road to never break. Vintage echoes from the golden flame, rock and roll will never fade away. Johnny worked nights at the Riverside Mill, saving every dollar for a California thrill. So one day I'm leaving this rusted town with a guitar and a heart that won't back down. Raise your hands to the electric sky, for the dreamers who were never satisfied. 50, 60 spirits still alive tonight, running forever through the city lights. Yeah, we wore stars on a denim jacket sleeve, singing broken harmonies no one believed. But when she hit the stage on a Saturday night,